Now this is 2017 15 marks problem. Okay, not case study but 15 marks problem. I'll just read out the question once. Unlucky Company Limited went into voluntary liquidation on 31/3/2016 with the following details. And in the details they have told you preference share is 1,50,000, 10% shares of rupees 10 each, but 7 paid up 10,50,000. 1,50,000 equity shares of 10 each, only 9 called up, so it is 13,50,000. You have calls in arrears, which is 30,000. You know what you have to do with calls in arrears, which side you have to write, you know. Advance call money received. Advance call money received is nothing but your calls in advance. Both means the same. Okay, on preference shares it is 3,60,000. On equity shares it is 60,000. Next you have trade creditors 4,80,000, bank overdraft 3 lakh, assets realized 30 lakh, liquidation expense 30,000, calls in arrears are duly collected, liquidators remuneration, which is a fixed remuneration, which says it is 50,000. Prepare liquidators final statement of account. So if you observe the problem, major things which is missing here is you don't have information on secured, unsecured and preferential creditors. Okay, secured creditors you don't have information because you don't have whether which type of asset they have pledged, which type of asset they have been mortgaged and taken the loan. That information is not given. But in the previous problem itself I have told you your creditors and your bank overdraft, these two represent my unsecured creditors. Okay, so don't wait until the problem clearly tells how much is unsecured creditors. If you have information on trade creditors and bank overdraft, remember these two should be considered as unsecured creditors. This is the only change in this problem. Calls in arrears, calls in advance we have already done. Since you don't have information on preferential creditors, let us not consider that. But trade creditors and bank overdraft given in the question should be considered as your unsecured creditors. Okay, so we'll start with the problem. So this is 2017 question, 15 mark question. Liquidators final statement of account. Okay, I'm just writing receipts here. Okay, so under the receipt side we usually write cash in hand or cash at bank. Now such information is not available in the problem, so I don't write. I directly write assets realized. Assets realized given in the question is 30 lakh. Directly they have told you assets realized is 30 lakh, so I'm writing 30 lakh here. You don't have information on surplus from secured creditors, so that is also not written. Remember we always write calls in arrears. Okay, they've told all the calls are duly collected, so calls in arrears information given in the question is 30,000. No any extra calculation for arrears and advance. How much ever is given in the question, the same thing I write it in the solution. Then I write my liquidation expense. So by liquidation expense, which is given as 30,000. Then I write liquidators remuneration. So from the problem you know it is a fixed remuneration of 50,000. You don't have any extra 10% on unsecured creditors or 10% on preference shareholders, that is not given. So remuneration, after this we write your debenture holders. Since you don't have information on debenture holders, that is not written. Then as per the format we write preferential creditors. Again here you don't have information on preferential creditors, so I directly write my unsecured creditors. And I've told you which is your unsecured creditors. Your trade creditors, which is 4,80,000. Okay, and your bank overdraft. Okay, I'll write it as bank overdraft, and that amount is 3 lakh. So both together 7,80,000 is my unsecured creditors. Okay, so after unsecured creditors we usually write your calls in advance. calls in advance, amount given is 4,20,000 on equity and on preference. Okay, so now I write preference share capital. Preference shareholders, that is capital. Okay, so before you write, check whether you have enough of amount in the company or not. So receipt side, it is 30 lakh plus 30,000, it is 30 lakh and 30,000. So 30 lakh 30,000 minus 30,000 expense, 50,000 remuneration, 7 lakh 80 unsecured creditors, 4 lakh 20 calls in advance. So I have 17 lakh 50,000. So I have enough of balance in the company. So I am writing preference shareholders capital, which is 10 lakh 50,000. Okay. Do not write dividend until and unless they specify in the question. You don't write dividend on your own. Okay. So please be careful. Do not write dividend unless they specify in the problem for you to give the dividend. Only then you are supposed to give the dividend. Okay. So until they specify for you to give the dividend, only then you're supposed to give the dividend. In the problem, they have not told you any arrears of dividend, so do not write dividend. So after preference shareholders, definitely I'm going to write equity shareholders, which will be the balancing figure. Okay. Here you don't have class 1, class 2, so directly take the difference amount and write that as a balancing figure. Okay. So on the receipt side, it is 30 lakh 30,000. So when you minus 30 lakh 30,000 from the payment side, you end up in writing 7 lakh as your equity shareholders, which will be the balancing figure. Okay, so it is one of the very simple problem which was asked in 2017 for 15 marks question. Okay, so you just have to be careful when you're writing your calls in arrears and calls in advance and your unsecured creditors. Directly unsecured creditors value is not given, but they have given you in the form of creditors and bank overdraft. So we consider these two as your unsecured creditors. So whenever a problem, do not tell you how much is unsecured creditors, and if you have information on creditors and bank overdraft given, consider these two items as unsecured creditors. So if you have a doubt in this question, you can ask me.